We're Tim and Tracy. We're the founders of the Accessible Waterways Association. We're continuous cruisers aboard our narrowboat Sola Gratia. Our other crew members are Loki, my guide dog, and Ozzy, Tim's hearing assistance dog. I guess the boys are a bit of a clue, but I'm registered as severely vision impaired and Tim has a hearing impairment, but between the four of us we make a great team. The boating community is fabulously diverse and is ever expanding to include more and more people who face extra challenges due to health issues and/or disabilities. It's a very sociable community with endless opportunities to chat with people. As we chat, we discover ever-increasing numbers of people living with a huge range of disabilities or limitations. We all want to be able to enjoy the waterways and surrounding environments, but find challenges or barriers to our ability to do so. It was many of those conversations that led eventually to the birth of the AWA. First of all, a Facebook group, then a series of meetings dotted around the country, and now regular online meetings for disabled boaters. Until now, these have all been hosted by Canal and River Trust, but the plan is to expand this by running some ourselves and including all canal and river users, not just boaters. Through these groups, it became apparent that there was a growing need for a proper organisation to which people can turn for information and advice and assistance and lots more besides. Also through these meetings came the idea of the Boaters Blue Card scheme. This is the boaters' equivalent of the car user's blue badge. At the moment, it's predominantly for awareness purposes, but I really want to strive to add some concessions and benefits to it too. The blue cards are only available to A1 members who provide evidence of their need for it. The scheme has been piloted on CRT licensed boats. However, CRT is not the only waterways authority, and we've just begun the process of working with the Environment Agency to roll it out on their waters too. I've also been in touch with a good number of other similar bodies who have all come back with encouragingly receptive responses. It became clear that it would be better for the scheme to be administered by an independent body rather than any one of the waterways authorities. A lot of vulnerable people on boats are wary of authorities and so might shy away from applying when they really would benefit from being a card holder. Thus, the concept of the Accessible Waterways Association was born. The navigable network of canals and rivers was built over 200 years ago when the needs of disabled people were simply not a consideration. It was built as a tough, rugged working environment for fit, healthy, strong people. Of course, it has all evolved from that, and nowadays it's being promoted very much as a healthy place to visit. CRT's slogan of "Life is better by water" is being realised by ever more people. This means that the inaccessibility of a lot of its features is becoming increasingly problematic. We also want to raise awareness of the simple fact that there really are many disabled people living and leisuring aboard their boats and/or visiting the waterside environment. This seems to come as a big surprise to a lot of folk. We need to break the barriers of ignorance. We want to make life better by water for everyone. Of course, we're not just talking about wheelchair users. However, if a place, service or facility is accessible to a person using, for example, a big powered wheelchair, then it is accessible to all equally. The benefits extend to everybody, including people with just about any and every disability, impairment, injury, mental health issues, or cognitive capabilities. It also affects people, disabled or not, who use wheels for other purposes, such as bikes, trikes, trailers, shopping trolleys, prams, pushchairs. The list is as endless as the population. So what do we actually do at the AWA? Well, the answer to that is very much growing and evolving. First of all, we are the administering body for the Boaters Blue Card scheme. We're a growing source of information, mainly via our website. We are building a directory of companies and organisations that offer relevant services, products or facilities. We've begun a directory of GPs who are welcoming to boaters and other nomadic people. We are actively lobbying the NHS and government to address the problems of accessing healthcare that we all face when moving around the waterways. We are rolling out an education programme aimed at staff and volunteers but relevant to everyone. This is mainly about the Boaters Blue Cards, what it means and what to offer or do or expect when one is displayed in a boat window. It also encompasses some general education about disability and accessibility in general. We offer consultancy on relevant matters, especially when works are being planned. We are working on launching a Duck Awards scheme to rate the accessibility of facilities offered by relevant premises, companies and organisations. What would we like to be adding to our repertoire? Well, getting in at the very beginning of planning processes would be good. Ensuring accessibility is at the top of every agenda as a key performance indicator, not as an afterthought where redevelopments, repairs, renovations or rebuilds are being considered. We have a myriad ideas buzzing around in our heads for ways to develop the association. We believe that the Accessible Waterways Association will make a big impact in making life better by water for everyone equally.